Do you feel it? The urgency for something new. A quick click, an endless scroll, a next video. How is the culture of rapid discard destroying your capacity for deep thinking? Before, a book, a conversation, an idea demanded time, focus, immersion. Today, everything is a snippet. Everything is a summary. Everything is for later. That never comes. Your brain. Once a temple of reflection, now a dopamine playground, reconfigured for the superficial. Think about your digital habits. How many seconds of attention do you truly dedicate? Before jumping to the next stimulus, before discarding, you were programmed for distraction, for obsolescence, your own mind, transformed into a disposable product. What happens when you are taught to fear boredom more than the lie that prevents you from thinking? You become the tool of your own fragmentation. If this provocation hit you, if you feel your mind slipping away into 1,000 pieces, this video is a brutal mirror, ready to shatter the illusion, ready to face what they are doing to your brain. You weren't born with a fragmented mind. You were born with the capacity to focus, to learn, to solve complex problems. But you were programmed for superficiality, for constant distraction, for endless scrolling. From an early age, the digital world became your new teacher, your guide, your new prison. This is the most dangerous behavioral engineering, a system that feeds you in small doses of dopamine, of instant gratification, until your mind becomes incapable of processing anything deep. You were conditioned to trade time for clicks, reflection for quick reactions, lasting knowledge for disposable information. Think of Pavlov's bell experiment. Constant stimulus, automatic reaction. Your brain learned to salivate for the next video, for the next snippet of content. And behavioral finance enters here perversely, the attention economy, where your focus is the most valuable currency, monetized by platforms that profit from your distraction. You spend your time, your mental energy, consuming digital products that promise to make your life easier, but which, in reality, atrophy your ability to think. Robert Cialdini, in his Laws of Persuasion, shows how consistency, if you started, you must continue, and social proof, everyone's watching short videos, are used to manipulate your stay in the cycle. You were indoctrinated to love your digital chains because they promise unlimited access, endless entertainment, instead of the raw truth that your mind is becoming a disposable product. If this digital programming resonates with you, comment below. I question my attention. You feel increasingly scattered, incapable of reading a whole book or focusing on a single task for hours. This is your internal fragmentation, the price of your mind surrendered to superficiality. The shadow, according to Carl Jung, is everything you deny within yourself. Your capacity for boredom, your need for silence, your depth of thought. They were silenced, pushed into the unconscious dark, in the name of innovation, of constant connectivity. And what you repress controls you, sabotages you, hence the anxiety that comes from information overload, the next please syndrome, the feeling that you're missing out, even while always on. Gabor explains that the trauma of disconnection from the authentic self, from the ability to be present, creates a vicious cycle of self-deception, where your own capacity for attention atrophies. You project your shadow onto the slow ones, onto the outdated, onto those who insist on thinking deeply, because seeing their discipline means facing your own surrender, your own disposable mind. Your identity becomes a feed, a collection of fragments. You are not who you are. You are the reflection of the last content you consumed to feel informed, updated. How much of your life is spent maintaining this illusion of being in the loop, in feeding the system that makes you shallow? If this truth provoked you, comment below. I choose depth. You seek freedom. But why do you feel so empty? Even with a universe of information at your fingertips, so many choices, So much knowledge within reach. Because this is false freedom. A prison disguised as abundance. The freedom to jump from one piece of content to another. But not the freedom to deep dive into anything. The freedom to have infinite options. But not the freedom to think critically about them. The digital system sells you the illusion of instant wisdom, of effortless genius. It transforms your need for learning into a dopamine trap of information spikes that never form a coherent whole. Think of the rapid content consumption industry. It doesn't need to force you to be superficial. It just needs to offer an incessant flow of short videos, of fragmented news, of contextless curiosities and profit flows. This is fragmented attention capitalism. It profits from your distraction, from your inability to focus, from your constant craving for novelty, your mind, your cognitive capacity, all monetized by the engine of obsolescence. Behavioral finance operates here perversely. How often have you spent money on solutions that promise to optimize your time, or on courses that promise to master something in 5 minutes? Not out of a genuine pursuit of knowledge, but from fear of being left behind, from the illusion of being up to date, from the desire to avoid the effort of real thought. Daniel Kahneman taught us about novelty bias, the attraction to the new and shiny. Even if the old is more valuable, you believe it's more productive to consume more than it actually is. You are not deciding. You are obeying the script of distraction. To maintain the order of the data flow, the stability of profit, the manufactured peace of your feed. But true freedom cannot be bought with more clicks. It is conquered in the silence of your reflection, in the courage to unplug, to dive deep, to be more than just a content consumer. If this part resonated with you, comment here. I don't want to trade freedom for superficiality anymore. Rupture isn't about disconnecting from the digital world. It's about reconnecting to your own mind. It's when you stop obeying the incessant flow and start diving into depth. Authentic reconstruction begins in the silence of your disconnection, in the courage to allow yourself to feel boredom, the absence of constant stimulation, the quietness that the system so fears. Gabor Mate shows us the root of our dispersion is an aversion to what is real, to what demands presence, and the mind is addicted to escapes. The cure is reconnection with your capacity for mindfulness, with your own presence. This is true disobedience. Disobeying the rapid discard culture, the voices that tell you to consume more, your own self-repression of the ability to think. It's a radical choice to abandon the false security of fragmented information for the uncertainty of deep knowledge, an authenticity that is priceless because it costs your identity as a passive consumer. Jordan Peterson talks about the order that emerges from taking responsibility, from facing the chaos of information overload, and bringing coherence with your own reflection. Your mind is the tool, not the product. You'll lose the fear of being outdated. You'll stop sabotaging yourself with superficiality because there will be no part of you atrophied by excess. No vital energy wasted feeding the cycle of distraction. This is freedom. Not the freedom to consume more, but the freedom to think, to feel, to live with depth, with presence, without the programmed obsolescence of your own mind. If you feel this is the moment to break through the walls of superficiality, type in the comments, "The obsolescence programming ends with me." Or send this video to someone trapped in the labyrinth of distraction. The programmed obsolescence of the mind. Your brain as a disposable product. How is the culture of rapid discard destroying your capacity for deep thinking? The frantic consumption of fragmented content is reconfiguring our brains to reject deep thought, creating minds as disposable as the products we consume. You are not an algorithm. You are not a feed. You are not a product. You are a consciousness, capable of depth, of connection, of meaning. The price of freedom isn't speech, but the courage to break the silence the system imposed on you. The courage to unplug, to reflect, to be more than just data, Choose your mind, even if it's not fast, even if it doesn't generate engagement. This is your deepest freedom, to be who you truly are, beyond consumption, beyond superficiality, beyond programmed obsolescence. If something awakened in you in this video, comment, "I see beyond the veil of superficiality." Share this content with anyone living trapped in the cycle of distraction. And if you want to keep breaking cycles with me, subscribe now. The shadow you avoid controls you. Freedom only frightens, until you discover you were ready all along. Rupture is the beginning. Consciousness is the path to your depth.